Look up at the night sky. It is a canvas of promises. Billions of burning stars. Billions of potential homes. For generations, we have stared into the dark and imagined leaving. We dream of interstellar arcs. We dream of crossing the terrifying, freezing voids to reach a new sun. We believe that if we can just build a fast enough ship, we can go anywhere. But this is a lie. It is the ultimate hubris of a species that does not understand its own fragility. The obstacle to reaching another star is not propulsion. It is not fuel. It is the wet, fragile machinery of the human body. And the terrifying truth is, before you even crossed a fraction of the distance to the nearest star, your own biology would turn against you. It would kill you. To understand why, we must look at the invisible cage that built us, Earth. We are not just inhabitants of this planet. We are an expression of it. Every bone, every muscle, every beating cell in your chest was sculpted by one relentless force: gravity. For 4 billion years, life has evolved under the constant, heavy pull of a 1G environment. It is not just holding you down, it is holding you together. Gravity tells your bones to stay dense. It tells your heart how hard to pump. When you leave Earth, you remove the scaffolding of your own existence. Imagine waking up on an interstellar vessel. You are floating. It feels like freedom, but inside your body, a silent alarm has been triggered. Without gravity pulling your blood downward, the fluid rushes to your head. Your face swells. Your brain senses too much fluid and commands your kidneys to purge it. Within days, your total blood volume drops. Your heart, a muscle designed to fight the gravity of a massive planet, suddenly has no resistance. Nature is ruthless with efficiency. If you do not use it, you lose it. Your heart begins to shrink. It weakens. It forgets how to beat with the power required to sustain life. But that is only the beginning. Deep inside you, your skeleton is dissolving. Without the constant impact of walking on a heavy world, your body decides your bones are a waste of energy. Your bones begin to release calcium into your bloodstream. They become brittle, porous, like chalk. If you were to accelerate to a fraction of the speed of light, the G-forces would simply crush you. Your ribs would snap under the weight of your own breathing. You are slowly cannibalizing yourself in the dark. And yet, gravity is only the first assassin. The second is much quieter and much faster: radiation. Here on Earth, we are shielded. A massive, invisible magnetic bubble wraps around our planet. It deflects the violent, lethal energy of the cosmos. But deep space is not empty. It is a shooting gallery of high-energy cosmic rays. Subatomic shrapnel fired from exploding supernovas and dead stars. Once you leave the protective cradle of our solar system, there is nowhere to hide. Even with thick walls of lead and water, these microscopic bullets cannot be completely stopped. They pierce the hull of the ship. They pass silently through your skin. They strike the very core of your cells. They rip through your DNA. Every hour, every day, every year of an interstellar journey, your genetic code is being shredded. Errors accumulate. Tumors bloom in the darkness. Your brain tissue begins to scar, causing memory loss, paranoia, and the slow, inevitable erosion of your mind. You would forget why you ever left Earth in the first place. And this leads to the third, and perhaps most terrifying, enemy: your own mind. The psychology of deep space isolation is a horror we have barely begun to comprehend. We evolved to see horizons. We evolved to feel the wind, to hear the rustle of leaves, to process the chaotic, beautiful noise of a living ecosystem. Inside an interstellar ship, there is only the hum of the air recyclers, the same metal walls, the same artificial lights. Outside the window, the stars do not move. Because the distances are so unfathomably vast, moving at 1,000,000 miles an hour still looks like standing perfectly still. You are trapped in a metal coffin, suspended in an ocean of absolute black. Sensory deprivation sets in. The human brain, starved of natural stimulation, begins to invent its own hallucinations, paranoia, the crushing, suffocating realization that the Earth is gone, and the destination will not be reached in your lifetime. You are the middle generation, born in the void, destined to die in the void. Imagine the burden of that existence. You are a caretaker for a machine that was built by ghosts, flying towards a star you will never live to see. To you, Earth is not a memory. It is a myth. A story told in digital archives about a place with infinite blue skies, oceans of liquid water, and a sun that warmed your skin. Your reality is cold steel, the rhythmic, endless hum of the reactor, and the inescapable truth that you are trapped. What happens to human morality, to human hope, in an environment like that? The mind fractures. Depression, lethargy, and a profound collective nihilism would spread through the ship like a plague. And speaking of plagues, there is a fourth enemy. An enemy that is not outside the ship, but inside you. You are not a single organism. You are a walking ecosystem. Trillions of bacteria, fungi, and viruses live on your skin, in your gut, and in your blood. Here on Earth, they are kept in a delicate evolutionary balance by our immune system and our environment. But in deep space, that balance is entirely annihilated. In the sterile, closed-loop environment of an interstellar vessel, there is no fresh air. There is no new soil. The same air is scrubbed and breathed, over and over again, for centuries. In a microgravity environment, bacteria behave differently. Without gravity to pull them down, they form massive, thick biofilms. They become highly resistant to antibiotics. And your immune system, weakened by radiation, stress, and bone loss, it begins to shut down. T cells stop responding. White blood cells become sluggish. A common cold virus, mutating rapidly in the high radiation environment of the ship, would not just be a nuisance, it would be an apex predator. An outbreak on a generation ship would be a slow, silent apocalypse. There is nowhere to quarantine, nowhere to run. The very microbes that helped you digest your food on Earth could mutate into the very things that devour you in the dark. But let us assume we conquer the radiation, we conquer the psychological collapse, we conquer the mutating bacteria. There is a final, absolute biological wall, the creation of life itself. To travel to another star with current or even near-future physics, the journey will take hundreds, if not thousands of years. You cannot simply send a crew. You must send a breeding population. But human reproduction is a fiercely localized phenomenon. It is specifically calibrated for the gravity of Earth. In the womb, a developing embryo relies on gravitational cues. Gravity tells the early cells how to divide, how to orient themselves, how to build a spine and a skull. Without the constant downward pull of 1G, fetal development becomes chaotic. Severe bone deformities, neurological misfires. Even if a child is successfully carried to term in the void, their bones would be too soft, their heart too weak. They would be a new species entirely adapted to the fragile, floating world of the ship. If they ever arrived at the new star, if they ever attempted to step foot on a new, heavy planet, the gravity of their new home would crush them. They would look at the promised land through the thick glass of their ship, entirely unable to survive on its surface. We look at the stars, and we see a frontier. We see a destiny. But biology sees a quarantine zone. We are the ultimate specialized organism. We are a magnificent, highly complex machine, built from the dust of this specific rock, powered by the light of this specific star. We are deeply, inextricably tethered to the Earth. Our bodies are not just suited for this planet, they are this planet. The carbon in your muscles, the iron in your blood, the calcium in your teeth, they all demand the specific conditions of home. When you tear them away, they begin to unravel. Does this mean we will never explore the stars? No, we will explore them, but we will not do it with flesh and bone. We will send our mechanical children, probes made of titanium and silicon, powered by nuclear hearts, immune to the radiation and the crushing dark. They will be our eyes. They will be our legacy. But as for us, the fragile, dreaming creatures who built them, we must accept a profound and beautiful limitation. The universe is infinite. but our place within it is beautifully, terrifyingly localized. Earth is not just a starting point. It is our only sanctuary, a tiny, fragile bubble of perfect gravity, perfect atmosphere, and perfect warmth, floating in a hostile, murderous void. Every human who has ever lived, every explorer who has ever dreamed of the dark, is fundamentally bound to this soil. We are prisoners of paradise, and the stars, beautiful as they are, will always remain just out of reach.